Welcome to CSN the Network podcast. This is your host, Kayvon Cutler, with my amazing co-host, Dree Nazario and Malik Hampton. How are y'all doing this evening?
I'm doing good, man. How's everybody today?
Y'all know me, blessed and highly favored. Good day to pod. A great day to be here. All of that. I missed y'all last week. What's up, brothers?
You know me, you know what I'm saying? Definitely doing better now that I'm talking to you two. I won't front. This definitely has been a tough weekend for your boy as far as sports. We'll get into it here shortly, but Bama lost on Saturday. My Niners lost on Sunday. I took an L with one of my fantasy teams. Both my teams in my youth league lost, so it's been a tough weekend, going over. But blessed to see another day, blessed and highly favored. And we got a pie, as my brother Leak would say, you gotta face the music regardless if you lose. You know what I mean? So let's hop right into it, man. Ready to pie. What you got for us, Drizzy?
Let's get it. Let's get it. As you said, this weekend was full of surprises, upsets, all of that good stuff. But we're gonna start with the biggest one. Like you said, we just gonna face the music, face the fire. Vanderbilt upset #1 Alabama this weekend. Um, Give me your take. Give me your thoughts.
You know, it does
Vandy.
it does something to me to see Malik smile while I'm over here having pain when you just said that, man. Um, first and foremost, um, I know people have their opinions, they have their comments. This isn't the time to, mention Coach Saban or, try to say, oh, things would be different if Coach Saban was here. That's not the time to do that. Coach Saban is retired. This is the new normal in reference to us having a new coach. So, we just gotta roll with the punches. My biggest takeaways from the game, Malik, we could not get off the field defensively. The same thing that was going on in the second half when we played Georgia the week before. We couldn't get off the field on third down. They was passing the ball at will, running the ball. That's my key thing, because Malik could tell you for years, that's always kind of been a discrepancy with Alabama's defenses, their defenses not having a strong secondary, outside of, when Marlon Humphrey and all them boys were there. I'm talking about since those boys left, right? Starting back in like 2017 to now. That's always been like a gripe people's had with us. And to be honest, we showed our inexperience. I know Malik the 4-2-5 can work. I don't like not having two safeties high. I think that killed us this past weekend. Um, and offensively, we just started off slow. I was impressed for us to not have the ball for more than 18 minutes and us still be able to put up 35 points. That's cool. But Jalen Murrow had a costly turnover that led to, a touchdown. Of course, I'm not blaming bro. I'm just saying, it's not just on the defense. We got to play complementary football. But that was a tough loss, man. They scored the most points on us than Vanderbilt has scored in Saban's whole tenure. I do the bright side of us losing. For those that think I'm super concerned, we won 6 national championships in my lifetime, and only two of those teams have been undefeated. So I don't quiver or waver just because we take a loss. This was a bad loss, yes, but we still got a long season ahead of us. We still got major games to be played. We got some tough opponents coming up for sure with, the Tennessees, the Oklahomas. This definitely doesn't help, how I feel about facing Tennessee specifically with how we played on defense. But Coach Womack, man, you got a great opportunity here. A lot of people, as far as Alabama fans, they comparing you to Pete Golden. That's not a good thing. So, we got to go back to the drawing board, make adjustments, figure something out. I like the personnel. It's just schematically, it just don't look right. Like I said, you running the 4-2-5. I'm not saying that can't work because that has been a defense that has worked, for other programs. But for us, we need to go back to that two safety high look. We kind of getting carved up on that second level for sure in our passing game. So those are my biggest takeaways was just the defense and Malachi Moore. You're a fifth year senior. I need better leadership from you than that, brother. You know what I mean? I understand you were upset. Emotions get the best of us, but you're a guy that came from the saving era. We can't be doing that. I don't want to highlight what he did because I don't want to dwell on it, but the fans, we all know what he did on the field, man. You can't conduct yourself like that, bro. Again, you a captain. You one of the longest tenured players in the program. I appreciate the apology today. Now, make up for it on the field. So that's my take. That's my take on it. Roll Tide though forever, but definitely a tough loss though, man.
Yeah, our boys got clipped by Vandy. That's hilarious. And it's so funny because Florida's actually lost to Vandy. I've seen Florida lose to Vandy before. So don't feel bad. You know what I'm saying? It happens. Uh, but I think the ironic part about this, John, is Nick Saban went on TV last week and said the only place that ain't tough to play in the SEC is Vanderbilt. And then y'all go to Vanderbilt and lose. You can't write a better script than that. Um, nah, for real. My takeaway from the game was like you, man. Y'all couldn't get off the field. Y'all couldn't get off the field, and I, you said a lot of things about y'all's defense and stuff. Which is true. I think you guys sacrificed, some things. You guys sacrifice on defense to get with the times in college football, man. Just gonna be honest with you. Once Saban, because a lot of people don't remember this or might not remember this. Nick Saban wasn't a fan of the spread offenses and how different styles of offenses was coming to college football because he was used to his traditional style, ground and pound, just working. I think he realized he had to get with the times, had to start getting, quarterbacks that could pitch it around to a plethora of 5-star receivers, 4-star receivers that would come in, you know what I'm saying? And y'all reaped the benefits. Y'all won some natties, He kept it rolling how he was supposed to. But I think that explains y'all's defensive thing, instead of spending the money on defensive players, which was ruling at the beginning of Saban's tenure, you know, he had to go heavy on the offensive side with the bag, and that's why Alabama shot up and had an argument for wide receiver you there for a second, you know what I'm saying? Um, but I also want to say too, my last takeaway, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna save that. That'll be my 2 minute. I'll save that. But you know, shout out to Vandy pulling off the upset of our lifetime. I don't think I've seen a bigger upset. You know, um, for sure. Shout out to Vandy, man.
Man,
And Saban wouldn't have lost to Vandy. I mean, let's just keep it clear. You know, he got the UL Monroe loss on his resume. You know, but he wouldn't have lost to Vandy.
I was just about
That's
to
why he
bring that
got on
up.
TV and said that because he wouldn't
Yeah.
have lost to Vandy.
Yeah. I was just about to say, in '07 we lost to Louisiana Monroe. So that was
That was before he dropped the bags. He just got there.
yeah.
He didn't get his guys in yet.
Yeah. Malik and this
um,
bag talk, man.
That's what it is. It's been bag passed around for years.
I know.
right. He know what's going on.
Years.
You don't become Alabama just off the strength.
No.
Oh man.
We're gonna start getting the bags right, getting the players in.
Right. Right. With that being said, brother, I mean, you kind of mentioned it in your response, but do you feel like Alabama's title hopes are over at this point?
No, not at all. I hate that we had such a big win and then turn around and have such a big letdown. But that just shows, the immaturity of the team. So that's why I said, I look the plus side of this is seeing how they respond. And if they are who I think they are, this game coming up against South Carolina, it should be a bloodbath with all due respect. So that got to be the mindset going in. And I hope, that is the mindset. But I don't think it's over. Thank God, Malik, it's a 12-team playoff now, right? So
Where's the South Carolina game?
in South Carolina.
Is Goggles playing? Sellers? The quarterback? Hey, bro.
You said you called
And
him Bobby.
He said goggles, man.
that's
He's
his name,
stupid.
man.
Fellas, give me a
And
quick
excuse
update.
me, my fault, Drizzy. The game is in Alabama. I misspoke, not South
Oh
Carolina.
yeah,
So
I might get him out of there quick and in a hurry.
Yeah.
If it was at South Carolina, it was gonna be a scary first half.
South Carolina is a tough place to play, surprisingly.
It's not surprising. Ain't nothing out there. But
Well,
but South Carolina, University of South Carolina, so that's what folks go do. They go attend the sporting events. Even like I know we're not talking about basketball, but for the women's basketball games, they have like, one of the highest attendance ratings. But anyway, uh since, all the upsets and things of that nature this week, give me a updated power ranking top five.
for me, I'd go one Texas, two Ohio State, three Penn State, four Oregon, and five Georgia. That'd be my top five college football right now.
Respect. Mine is similar. I would go number one, Texas. Number two, Oregon. Number three, O State. Number four, Georgia. Number five, Miami. Even though Miami's had a lot of scares right now. It's had a lot of scares. A lot, a
Have you
lot of
seen
scares.
Oregon play?
Me?
I can't believe you got Oregon over Ohio State.
I know we're gonna talk about this later, but I think Oregon gonna clip Ohio State this upcoming
They
weekend.
might. They just might. Just up to this point, they've looked, not that good.
Subpar. I came into the season high on them though, so I'm trying to stick to my guns.
It's at Oregon, so it's upset in the air. The spread's only three.
Yeah, that might be the game of the week. If game day isn't there this weekend, I'm would be super intrigued to see where they are if they're not there. That should be the game of the week, Malik.
It's the Red River rivalry, bro.
Yeah, I stand corrected. Excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna
You know
talk about
what?
that too.
Oh, okay. Um, is Ashton Janty now the front runner for Heisman?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, he gotta be.
I put him on my list. Like he got to be. He got better stats than Barry Sanders had at this point in the season.
Malik,
Barry's Heisman year.
they showed Mark So y'all know the last three Heisman winners at running back have been Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram, and Reggie Bush, right? He got way better numbers than all of them. Like Mark Ingram and Derrick Henry's like got half the yards. Reggie Bush got more yardage than the aforementioned names, but it's not nearly close to 1,000 or over 1,000 like Ashton, plus the touchdowns. It's crazy. He look like my dude on Road to Glory, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I
Like,
said Barry Sanders and not them other guys.
yeah,
His stats is crazy.
yeah,
Through
word is
five
bond.
games, he averaging 10 a pop.
Tana Carey?
Hmm.
Sheesh.
It's a first down every time he touched the ball. It's crazy. It don't look real for real. Like that joint. Wow, yeah, he definitely the favorite right now. I don't think you could as much as everybody loved Travis Hunter. You know what I'm saying, and the quarterbacks. You know, you can't deny what you watching Buddy out there do. Like it don't matter who out there. Like them that's college. That's D1 football right there.
Hmm.
You know, he making them look like little kids. He definitely got to be number one right
I think it'd be a great story too, Malik. Small school, similar to, although Baylor's not a small school, but when RG3 won in that Baylor, it's like a similar situation, you know what I mean? Popping on the scene, turning up, you dig? So it'd be cool to see him get it. I just don't know if
thing about it is though, he ain't just pop on the scene. He was nice last year. Go look at his numbers last year.
word.
It was almost the same thing. He just on a crazier pace right now, bro. I'm telling you.
That's
That's
crazy.
that's the thing. Like he one of the best players on the college football game, bro. Like he was one
Mm,
of the top players on that joint when it came out.
got
Bro,
you.
yeah. He liked that.
So with that being said, who do you all have for CSN Player of the Week?
Him? Him. It's nothing else to talk about. It's
Hey,
him.
bruh, stupid. Hey, Malik, that's who I had too, though. Bruh had 13 carries, 186 yards, and three tutties. I think he sat down the second half, Dre.
Damn.
Looked wow.
Matter of fact, he did sit down in the second half. Not I think. That's why he only had 13 carries.
Dang. That's crazy. So playing a half, he got player of the week. That's cool. That's so
Dog, he.
Look, it looked like Kay said, it looked like a video game. It don't
man,
real.
that's crazy. Um, moving on. What are your predictions for the upcoming games? So we got, as Leak mentioned, we got the Red River rivalry. Number one Texas will play number 18 Oklahoma.
Hey, I heard that too. You almost, them three R's almost tripped you up now.
Yeah, it almost that is what we
Bruh.
call a tongue twister.
Twister for sure. Say it fast three times.
Y'all remember we used to do that all the time in school? So you know we was bored.
I
Say
got Texas though. But the records out the window on this joint, always.
Always.
But I got Texas.
Is Quinn back?
I'm not sure. They hadn't said. I think it might be one more week of art.
Let me check and see real quick. Not that it matters, you know what I mean? I just want to know if he playing.
Nah, it do matter. It do matter. Because Oklahoma got a new quarterback. They playing a freshman, bro. He got wheels.
It said he got a chance to play.
That's why I said it might be one. They might hold him out one more week, I think.
Yeah.
But they might. This is his last one he get to play in. He might try to be out there and
Yeah, I was
play.
just about to say he might as well suit it up. Yeah, I could see him playing because yeah, this is gonna be the last one for sure. So, but I'm taking Texas though to answer your question, Drizzy.
Word. Now we got number two Ohio State and number three Oregon.
Like I stated in the show a couple minutes ago, I'm taking Oregon. I know they haven't necessarily lived up to the hype, to the preseason hype, but I got them at home against O State. I just don't believe in their QB play, Malik. You know what I mean? They do look good, but I'm taking Oregon.
Yeah, that's a good analysis. Will Howard. I'm kind of iffy on Will Howard too. Um, I'm taking Ohio State though. Tough road win. I'm gonna take Ohio State.
Ooh, ground it out. Then we got
Ball.
number nine Ole Miss versus number 13 LSU.
Give me LSU. That's
That's a
one of my picks. That's one of my picks for pick six, actually.
really,
Give me LSU.
yeah. I'm taking Ole Miss. That was one of the teams that I was surprised to see wasn't on the schedule this year. But how our defense is looking, I'm not sure if we'd even want to play them, Drizzy. You know what I mean? But I always got respect for Lane Kiffin and the firepower his offenses always seem to have over there in Ole Miss. So I'm taking Ole Miss in this particular matchup.
Cool, good deal, good deal. We got anything else for college football before we move on to the NFL?
Um, Shout out to West Virginia for beating OK State. That was a big win for them, for their program. So
Got Iowa State.
Shout out to the crib.
just wanted to highlight that.
Cool. Well, in the NFL, only four teams have a record of better than 3-2. As everyone is either in the middle of the pack or below. Is this the first time in our recent memory or history that there isn't a clear-cut favorite in the NFL?
I'm gonna go ahead and step out on a limb here and say yes, Malik. You know, in years past, I feel like, you've always either it was the Patriots or the Bucks. Right after the Bucks, it was the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? This year, I can honestly say there's no clear cut favorite. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know beginning of the season the Chiefs were looking real good, but the injury bug kind of, has hit them. So I don't, to answer the question, I would say yeah. I can't recall anyone. Excuse me, any season where it was this wide open. I truly do not see anybody that's significantly better than everyone else. You know what I'm saying? The Vikings defensively look real good, but I don't know. I'm still not a believer yet, although they beat us and they 5-0, but that's my take on it though. What you think, Lee?
I think it's I think it's the same how it's always been. I think the favorite is the Chiefs. It's still the Chiefs because they got Mahomes, and if he gets a chance, you'd be dumb not to bet on him. I think the difference is that there's not two clear cut teams. Normally, there's two teams that they're matching up and they're putting up against each other from both sides. There's normally two clear cut teams that way. I think for the first time it's not like that. I'm still the Chiefs are still the Super Bowl favorites if you look at Vegas. So I mean I understand what you're saying because you with the Chiefs, me saying like FanDuel has the Chiefs the favorites. That doesn't mean like from watching what you've seen this season, like you're super confident in that. Like that they're going to be there at the end, based off of their circumstances they about to face as a team, and just how they've been playing. Um, but yeah, I'd say it's similar to what it's always been, just there's not another team to put up against, what would be the odds on favorite for Vegas.
Good synopsis, brother. So give me some big takeaways from this past week.
In the NFL,
Mm-hmm.
the Vikings are serious on defense. Uh, Sauce Gardner finally got called for all the holding he does. Um, Lamar and Derrick Henry look good. They starting to find some type of identity that they want to do on offense.
Yeah,
uh,
JT Daniels look good,
I
real
was
good.
about to say Jaden Daniels looks good. The Commanders look real good actually these last few weeks. They got the best offense in the league, I think, like these last few weeks, bro.
No,
Um,
I'm surprised at the point total, Malik. I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah,
For him to be balling at this stage so early in his career. I will tell you this. Um, the Steelers came back to earth, right? Um, your analogy, excuse me, your analysis on how they play was spot on, because if you talk to other Steeler fans, that's how it's always been. You know what I mean? A bend but don't break type of defense. We're gonna score twice on offense, and you're not gonna score more than us. That formula though is not, y'all see, that's not necessarily, yeah, excuse me, not necessarily a recipe for success with how the league is currently structured, with so many high powered offenses. But I mean, I got faith Justin Fields will continue to improve. That's if he still has a starting position. Because Malik, I know you seen that last night. The broadcast, they was talking like Russell Wilson going to start next week. I'm like, dang, y'all started 3-0, lose back to back now. we're gonna make a change. But
Yeah, they need to. Justin Fields ain't have the best game, but they need to retool on offense, man. Big time. Uh, the defense is good, but you can't bank on them scoring points every week. Like you can't bank on them basically handing you points as an offense. In whatever way you see that as. They need to get more explosive playmakers. You know, uh, on the offensive side of the ball. I like George Pickens. They have two running backs that I don't think are necessarily number one backs for real. And I know that sounds crazy because you'll look at Najee stats and see he's had 1,000 yards every year, but it's a cloud of dust 1,000 yards. It's barely making 1,000 yards. It's not anything explosive. When you get that many carries, all you got to do is, you know, you don't got to average, but what, like 60 yards a game or something like that.
yeah, like
Uh,
68. Yeah.
yeah, so it's. I just think they need to get explosive playmakers, bro, on the offensive side of the ball to help out a little bit. I just don't like their weaponry that they have.
I'm with you.
Need to help the defense out. Not saying the running backs aren't formidable, but like both of them together just ain't the best duo. You don't have a thunder and lightning there. You kind of got like a thunder and thunder. Even though Warren is a step faster than Najee, it would seem. I'm sure if they lined up and raced Najee, it'd probably beat them. Funny enough. But yeah, it's bad over there as far as what they got offensively, man. I don't like it.
Najee, it's you know, with him, because you see people saying, clowning, saying he's slow. He didn't. His speed, he just seemed like he was faster in college. Malik, I don't know what happened. I know he's lost weight since he's been in the league, and this year specifically, I know his goal was to come in more lean. But I don't know why he doesn't look as explosive as he did in college. I don't know why. I really
Didn't he
don't.
have an injury?
Yeah, I mean, he had a foot injury. I don't know if it was last year or the year before last. He was playing with a plate in his foot, he said, you know,
Yeah,
uh,
That probably
or
has
a
a
plate
lot to
in his
do with it.
shoe. Yeah, but I don't believe him because the plate gone now. They say he looked like he running with jeans on, bro.
That probably has a lot to do with it.
Hey, but nah, I mean, it's because everybody else is explosive and fast in the NFL, bro. Like it
yeah,
looks different, it's a more open game in college. So you got this 6'2", whatever running back, turning the corner on these 18-year-olds, it look a little different. But when it's another grown man right there running with you stride for stride, it
yeah.
just looks different, bro. It's different out there. The transition wasn't good for Najee. Not saying he's sorry though. I'm just saying like as far as what you thought he was going to be, you know,
Yeah, we was expecting Derrick Henry 2.0. Not gonna lie to y'all.
something like that. Step quicker maybe.
Yeah. Najee, that's no shade though. I love you, boy. I still think you're nice. You just don't look as explosive in the league. It's crazy. And they be trying to play your vision too. So
They are you. You said it.
It's
dang.
a narrative out there. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
nah, he know what I'm saying. Nah, they show clips where yes, I don't think he has a problem with his vision, but there is film where he definitely missed the hole though, for sure.
Got you. Player of the week for the NFL.
Oh, I got Jamar Chase for the Bengals. That's a tough game too. They ain't pull out. Ooh, that's a tough game. It's a tough loss. But what he had 10 catches, 193 yards, two tutties. I
I
give it
got
to
Lamar Jackson over 400 yards of total offense, 4 touchdowns, no picks.
Gee,
Outplayed another one, back to back weeks. Outplayed another one that they said that they claim is better than Lamar. It's a team game always, but these games remind you of like the difference in athletes. And Joe Burrow played a good game, you know, hell of a game by Joe Burrow. He made his one mistake. They gave Lamar and them a chance, and they took advantage.
And in the past 3 weeks, Lamar has beaten Joe Burrow, uh, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow.
I mean,
What? You said Joe Burrow twice.
you
I
definitely
know.
said Joe Burrow twice. You meant Dak Prescott.
Yeah, yeah.
Dak Prescott. Yeah,
He
that's
said
what
it
you
with
meant.
conviction
I
Yeah,
too.
know.
Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Joe
And Joe
Burrow.
Burrow.
I drew a blank. I drew a blank. Yo, my fault. I did say it with mad conviction too. I'm like, I'm gonna just say Joey B.
That's funny.
Your brother had your back, though. Your brother had your back. Tell me about some games y'all looking forward to this week.
Oh gosh, man, I'm definitely looking forward to us fixing this loss we took against the Cardinals in reference to my Niners, man. Bad, bad, bad loss. You know what I'm saying? We had them up 10 in the fourth quarter, but thankfully we'll be able to right that wrong here on Thursday because we play the Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's going to be an easy game, but we've definitely had their numbers in recent years. We're undefeated against them. They haven't beat us in 2 years. So hopefully we can continue that trend and get that dub. So that's one of the games I'm looking forward to for sure. The game I'm looking forward to the most, this upcoming week in NFL football. Other games I'm looking forward to. I ain't gonna lie, Lake. I'm looking forward to that Commanders and Ravens game. Two athletic dual threat quarterbacks. Looking forward to seeing how JT look against that defense. Feel like that'd be a good test for him. And that's shout out to Loso and Tonique, man. Let them tell it that be the Battle of Maryland, right? Other games I'm looking forward to, Buccaneers. They got another tough division game coming up this upcoming week, playing the Saints. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Oh, and the Lions and Cowboys. I think I think that'll be a good game as well. So those those are the games I'm looking forward to the most. Those three. What you got, Lee?
I got the same exact games, bro. It's
Word.
not a good slate this week.
It's a weird slate
Outside
for
of
sure.
those,
I mean, you got yeah.
it's not. I mean, I don't. Maybe Chiefs, not Chiefs, but Chargers, Broncos. Broncos won three in a row. Chargers kind of need a win. I want to see if that offense is really just that dry under Greg Roman. My boy Herbert ain't threw for 200. I don't think this year. Yeah, nothing crazy, bro. His stats look wild. They ain't got no weapons though.
With
Uh,
with that being said, we're gonna move on to our overreaction Monday hot takes. Bro, you mentioned the 49ers. And with their recent struggles and their loss against Arizona, are y'all done for the season?
I would say that's false. We definitely see Malik. My thing is, with the slate of games that we have coming up, in the upcoming weeks, we play the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Seahawks. So to win, you know, a game like that, it's very imperative that we handle business. You know what I'm saying? We can't afford to take unnecessary losses, and we just finding ways to lose games at this point. However, it's still early in the season. Um, we only 5 games in. Everybody knows play 17 games in NFL, so we got 12 games left, but definitely don't feel like we're done for, but we definitely got to continue to get healthier. And that's another team, man. We cannot stop the run yesterday. It was upsetting. I'm gonna save my choice of words for what they displayed, but it was definitely upsetting to witness that. The lack of physicality in the run defense is not something I'm used to. So Dre Greenlaw, man, we miss you. I hope he come back sooner than later because he is deeply missed right now.
it ain't over, you know, because I don't believe in Seahawks. I'll say this weekly. Uh, I think they will implode sometime at some point. And y'all got the same record as the Cardinals. One more game against them. But I will say, if Christian McCaffrey ain't coming back this year, y'all can wrap it up. Ain't no, y'all ain't going back to the Super Bowl. Just being honest.
I forgot to mention at the beginning our hot takes are our true and false segment.
Oh, oh, that is halfway true.
It's halfway true.
It's halfway true. Y'all
Okay.
don't beat the Seahawks, it's over. I think. I mean, y'all
He
can still
said, I think.
but it's
Yeah. No, we got to walk in there, Leak. That's a must-win game for sure.
mhm.
Washington Commanders are legit contenders in the NFC.
I'm gonna say false.
That's in the NFC. I mean, they gonna win. They might win their division for real, for real. So I guess that makes them a contender. But
So you
yeah,
go.
I think they a contender in the NFC for sure. The Vikings 5-0. You know,
Lamar Jackson will win his third MVP this year.
true,
That's true.
true.
Hey, if he keep this, all he got to do, if he keeps this up and they win their division,
They
bro,
keep
it's yours.
If he
It's
keep winning
yours.
games, he going back to back.
You gonna get your third one, bro. All y'all got to do is win the division because the numbers are gonna be there. And put it to y'all like this: 5 games in, his numbers are better than what they were last year, and last year was his MVP season.
Mm.
Like significantly better too. Let me throw that out there.
I hate MVP like talks though because I feel like the committees, and this is across all sports, they always give it to whoever deserved it the year before. Like the person they missed the year before or whatever the case may be. But I'm hoping, it all works out for bro. But I feel like he was supposed to get it the year before that. And they gave it to him last year. And now he earned it, but y'all get my point.
Well, the two people that could have won it last year outside of Lamar both happened to play for the 49ers. Purdy's actually playing all right, ball. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Hmm.
Said if they ain't got Christian McCaffrey though, it just looked different. Jordan
Hmm.
can't be that, you know. So
Yeah. Truth be told, if C-Mac's touchdown streak would have continued, like if he could have kept extending that, they might have tried to give it to him. To your point, because Derrick Henry brought this up on Marlon Humphrey's podcast. Everybody felt Christian McCaffrey should have won Heisman the year Derrick Henry did. So I know the naysayers, if they would have had a better opportunity, they would have tried to give that to C-Mac, but
the
nah,
only pushback on that is they got to play head to head.
yeah,
You know, and Lamar dominated that night.
he did.
The Browns are
Quarterback.
better. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No, no, no. I was saying, you know how they feel about the quarterback. They get
Yeah,
the most praise.
Hmm.
it's all about the QB.
The Browns are a better football team if they start Jameis Winston.
Oh, I was about to start
No.
cracking up if you called him James, cause
Yeah,
hey,
it threw me off. I'm like,
that
ooh.
would be so fitting because look, he might be the funniest player in the NFL because
Not
uh
close. It is Jameis, but he dead serious though.
he, he got a
He ain't
couple
playing at
screws loose.
all. Yeah, he
They-
ain't playing at all.
they
Jameis from the bottom though, bro. Like
yeah.
they using the bathroom outside and drinking out the water hose and shit like that in his crib. Like it look
got you.
rough where he from, bro. Down there, he from Alabama, bro.
Got you.
Ooh-wee. The Yankees and the Dodgers will meet in the World Series. This is a different
No,
take.
go Mets. I don't even know why this was a question. Why wasn't it just who will be in the World Series? Why we just got to put the Yankees and Dodgers there?
Well, they're the
Go
they're the betting
Mets.
favorites, Malik.
Go
Okay.
Mets. Go Mets, man. We're not
Ah,
doing that. Go Mets.
I ain't
I
gonna
don't know.
violate I ain't gonna violate Malik on here though, but I do want to throw this out there. He got more Yankees hats than he does Mets hats.
I only have one Yankee hat. And it's a
Uh,
better hat. You can wear more with navy and white than you can bright blue and orange. I mean, that's just a fact, you know.
It's a better hat.
That ain't got nothing to do with my loyalty. It's go Mets, you know. And we swept y'all this year, Subway Series. So let's
uh,
talk about it, you know.
did y'all make the playoffs though?
Yeah, we tied 1-1 with the Phillies. They just beat us yesterday.
I'm
It's
saying
that
y'all not a number one seed like us. Y'all ain't win y'all's
already
division like us.
we already got through one opponent. This is just another one in the way.
Y'all snuck in, bro.
And we got the Phillies numbers. So guess what? You might see us next round again. And then y'all gonna be mad. Bruh, Yankees fans gonna be upset if the Mets win it, bruh. Like
That would never happen. I know you don't
upset,
believe that.
upset. Why don't I?
Bro, y'all
The
don't have the
Yankees
pitch.
ain't
Malik,
the
y'all don't have the
Yankees.
pitching to win it real quick. Y'all don't have the pitching to win it. Let's stop. Y'all don't
And
have
y'all do?
it. Malik, yes.
I don't I disagree.
Well,
Disagree.
we got a side.
I think y'all got good hitters like us as well. But I don't think y'all's pitching is top, you know. I think, it's a solid little lineup y'all got.
Man, we got three solid starters, super solid starters. And that's
But
me
like you
being
said, solid. Like you said,
unbiased.
you ain't say you had three aces.
I know everybody know our ace, Garrett Cole. I mean, that's we gonna rock with Garrett, you know what I mean? But after
He
that,
ain't looking the same, and that's what we talking about, bruh.
well,
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
this year
You
he
you just
started slow because he came off injury.
okay. You want to say that? That's fine. We can say that, but don't sit here and say that y'all just got the pitching and y'all gonna win it. Y'all ain't won it in a while.
Yeah, it has been since we've been in high school, but we got a shot though. We got the best
Definitely got a shot. The
we got the
Astros
best
out.
duo in the league. So
Y'all ain't got to play the Astros.
we got the best duo in the league. So
Between who?
Juan Soto and Aaron Judge.
Oh, okay. Probably. Probably. It just depends. It just depends. I like Mookie and Otani. That's a good
I knew you
duo.
was gonna say
That's a
that,
good
bruh.
duo. That's a great
That
duo,
is a
actually.
fire duo.
That's a fire duo.
That is a fire duo.
So, Kay, what's your true false? You ain't answer the question.
Oh, my apologies. True. True. I mean, I feel like they destined to meet. We got to handle business against the Royals, though. We down right now. So we got to handle business.
Cool. Now it's time for our CSN Pick Six segment. CSN Pick Six segment. Kay, give me three. Lee, give me three. Which I got?
I got LSU +3 versus Ole Miss. I got the Texans -6.5 versus the Patriots. And I got Georgia -32 versus Mississippi State. I know that seems like a lot of points, but Florida beat Mississippi State. I expect Georgia to dominate.
I was about to say, you told me to stay away from them big spreads, too.
Only in the NFL, though.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So for me, my first one would be Falcons and Panthers. I'm taking Atlanta -6 against the Panthers. Secondly, I got the Eagles hosting the Browns. I'm taking the Eagles at -8.5 against the Browns. The Browns been struggling on offense. They look atrocious. Amari Cooper, you need to step it up. I got you on fantasy too.
He leads the league in drops.
Yes, it's been a horrible year for him. Just being honest, and that's my guy, so I can say that. And then this might surprise some people. I consider this a must-win game for Cincinnati, although they are on the road. Malik, they play the Giants, so I'm taking them at -3.5.
That's a tough game.
I
The Giants
know.
defense, all right.
I'm here.
But yeah, Cincy needs that game.
They got it's over. They lose that one. They 1-4. You lose that, it's a wrap.
Factual.
Um, That's all I got. I'm gonna take us through some WNBA stuff. I don't know if you all were able to watch. There was some good games on yesterday. The semifinals, the Aces got sent home by the New York Liberty in game four, winning that series 3-1. Um, it's great game. Sabrina went crazy. She is definitely their X factor. Stewie is who she is. She's consistent. But once Sabrina can get going, it's hard to stop them because they got a nice little 1-2 punch going on, and then they have a very complimentary team surrounding them. They're deep too. They're deep. So it was hard for the Aces to match up against that. Aces probably have a strong four uh players, and if they're not hitting, it's hard for them to win ball games. And I feel like they went away from Asia way too much. Asia only averaged like 21 points versus in the postseason versus her 27 in the regular season. Now I know people were game planning for Asia, more, but at the same time Aces were shooting a lot of jump shots where they should have been going feeding Asia the ball and she'd be hot and they'd go away from her dribbling too much, all of that, all of that. I think the Aces need to change up they're gonna have to change up the team a little bit because Jackie and Kelsey are kind of like the same player. So they both are ball dominant players, both need to dribble a lot to get shots off. So they may have to get rid of one of them. It's tough, but yeah, I think they might have to get rid of one of them just the way they're playing, and they're both like super streaky too. So maybe just get a consistent shooter or just a spot up shooter, and then somebody then go get a buck, to again even that out a little bit. Um,
Who would you give up real quick out of those two?
ooh, that's a tough question.
You feel
That's a
me?
tough question.
That's why I said. That's why I made that face because I'm like,
It's a tough question.
it's pros and cons with both.
Yeah, I would probably give up Jackie
Yeah,
because at least Kelsey's upside is she gonna play some defense too.
fair enough.
Um, but yeah, I think I'll probably give up Jackie. I don't know. That's tough. That's tough. I feel sorry for their front office. But anyway, um, the Connecticut Sun and the Minnesota Lynx are going to game five, which will be tomorrow. The Suns pulled out a convincing win yesterday. They just looked like the overall better team. The vets took over. I think both Dewana and AT had 18 points and maybe 11 boards, I think it was. Um and they were just again consistent overall, just a better dominant team. Their point guard was the leading scorer. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but obviously an X factor for them. And I'm looking forward to the game five on Tuesday. I think I think the Lynx actually match up better with New York. Um, but either way, it's gonna be a good championship series. Um, before I close out, I think Caitlin won, as we know, or knew she was gonna win Rookie of the Year. Um, she really didn't have any contenders, especially after Angel went out with her wrist injury, but greatly deserved. Shout out to Caitlin. Shout out to Asia again, on a tremendous season. I think she led in three statistical categories by the time it was all over: points, rebounds, and blocks. And that's never been done before. So shout out to her. Hopefully, they can bounce back next year. Yeah, that's really all I got. Leak, 2-minute warning.
The 2 minute warning.
Um, I want to talk. I was talking about earlier when we were talking about the Alabama Vandy game. There's been a lot of conversation over the years of it being SEC bias. And the SEC not being that much better than other conferences. Uh, formerly the Power Five conferences, now the Power Four. As the Pac-12, collapsed. But Vandy beating Alabama is the perfect example of why the SEC is a much better conference than all the other conferences. Previously the Power Five, now the Power Four. It's just a different level of competition week in and week out. It's a different type of athlete that gets recruited down there. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, you have other schools, different places that recruit well. As far as your Ohio States, Oregon, Florida State previously, before this diabolical season, Michigan, stuff like that. You have to recruit a certain type of athlete to play week in and week out in the SEC, and that's what makes it different. You can come up with whatever scheme you want to come up with, but you have to have a certain type of player to even compete in the SEC. Like that statement alone should let you know just why it's different. And yeah, of course, you can say Vandy's an anomaly. They never beat Alabama, especially when Saban was there. Of course, yeah, you can say that, but there's countless of other top teams, that have won championships that have taken losses. Alabama in some of their championship years, they have taken losses, specifically to Ole Miss. I remember Ole Miss beat y'all 2 years in a row one time, Florida, Tim Tebow's team, they lost to Ole Miss. You know, it's just a different level of competition. And if you go through the years, championships aside, go look at those championship teams and tell me if they just ran the table and completely dominated outside of certain Saban teams, and the 2019 LSU team, and I'll probably add the Florida team there too, my 2008 Florida team. But we lost the game, so they would go on the list. You see what I'm saying? And I know this is over 2 minutes, but I wanted to bash it in y'all's head. It's not that people are just being biased because they're teams in the SEC. If you're actually a fan of football and you look and like to watch football, just turn on the slate of games. You'll see the type of athletes that are playing. You'll see the type of athletes that are competing. And I would also challenge you to go look at other conferences and some of their best teams and see what they had to deal with in conference. It's not the same. So wanted to leave y'all with that. Just because Vandy beat Alabama, and I felt like it was a perfect time or a perfect example of just, how you can't overlook anybody in the SEC. With Texas and Oklahoma coming down, that's going to be heightened competition even more. We've already said Texas is probably the top team in the nation right now, so yeah, it's not biased because our teams are in the SEC or those people's teams are in the SEC. It's just a fact. If you know what to look for, you know what you're looking for in football, you can tell the SEC reigns supreme, when it comes to competition. And that's why they have the most championships.
And that concludes my brother's 2 minute warning. Appreciate that insight. I couldn't agree with you more. We've had conversations and debates in the group chat with the homies, for whatever reason they think it's a debate, Malik. And again, we on two different sides of the division. You know what I'm saying? We don't get to see Florida every year. Thankfully, we don't get to see some of the teams that Florida has to play every year. Not that it necessarily matters now that Oklahoma and Texas are in the SEC, but still. So regardless, I mean that's just throwing two more, great programs at you. You know what I mean? Added to the gauntlet, and it was already crazy. So this coming from an Alabama fan, yeah, I'm thankful, and I'm not never duck and wreck, but we don't play Ole Miss this year, but we still got to play Oklahoma. So it's you never duck and wreck regardless. So. Dre, do you have any on the readiness or anything you want to state?
No, sir.
Smooth, man.
I
Like I
will
told y'all.
say, hold on, my bad. I saw a video of Michael Irvin looking real crazy on that sideline
Yeah,
during
he
the
was
Miami,
wild.
Miami game.
He
Oh,
was
good
wild.
Lord, brother.
Hey, old school. Hey, man. He got
He,
that pride for his school. I get it. I know what you talking about, but I'm just like, bro, just got that pride for his school. He turned right now in Miami.
Yeah.
They look good at the moment, so he real passionate at the moment. So I get it.
he was dead on the sideline, bro. That's what it was, man. Like Urban me on something extra.
Oh, that's it though. That's it for me.
Hey man, like I told y'all last week, please don't be alarmed. Told y'all Dree is a valued asset of her company. So hopefully they won't be pulling her from us again, man, because they did that twice now in recent weeks. But as always, we appreciate the love, the support. Please continue to like, subscribe, share, and view the content. This your boy K. I'm with Leak the God and Drizzy, and we out, man. Peace and blessings.
Peace.